Square Bears, Chris here. So look, I know that I haven't been doing voiceovers in my last few videos, and I was just being super lazy and just being frustrated with my voiceover equipment, but I have been getting feedback saying, hey girl, stop being so lazy, we miss your voice, let's do this. So we're going to do it for this look, alright? So let's get right into it. So the first color that I used is this burnt orange eyeshadow that is found in my Morphe palette, and I just simply added that to my transition area. We're just using really warm colors as transitional colors. The next color is a darker burnt orange, and I'm just going to kind of pile that on top of it and blend it out like so, yeah. And then I'm just going to use this matte kind of raspberry eyeshadow and onto an angled blending eyeshadow brush and just packing that color into the crease. And I'm just going to use a clean fluffy brush to soften up the harsh lines. Now as a lid color, I'm using this ColourPop eyeshadow, which is a beautiful, gorgeous, shocking, shimmery cranberry color, and I'm just applying it to the lid. Now I'm going to start to cut my crease, and I'm using a cream eyeliner from ColourPop to do just that. As you can see, I'm just making that line really clean, and then I'm just kind of thickening out the line more towards the outer corner and just blending that out with a detailing blending brush. Most of these brushes that you guys see are from Morphe, so I'll go ahead and put the numbers down for you. Now I'm just piling on that raspberry color onto kind of the blend and blending it out. Now I'm just going to pick up this matte black eyeshadow, and it's actually from Wet n Wild, which is a pretty incredible matte black eyeshadow, and I'm just going to deepen up that cut crease again because I'm losing some of the definition. I'm going to add a wing eyeliner, and I'm pretty much going to connect the outer corner of the wing eyeliner to the outer corner of the cut crease, so you can see how it looks. I'm just going to pile on a raspberry slash like golden, it's just like a multi-color glitter on top of the lid, and I'm going to add a goldish glitter right next to it, and yeah, that's what we're going to do. Lashes by Lena Lashes. I don't have the number or the name, sorry. For the inner corner, I'm going to use this ColourPop eyeshadow, just pop it in there. And then going on to the skin, I'm going to use this Black Radiance Prime Time Primer. It's a mattifying primer. For my complexion, I'm using my Lancome foundation, which is like my favorite foundation right now. I use it all the time, you guys. And I'm just kind of spotting it all over the face. I'm not doing any corrective concealing, color correction, or anything like that because I'm pretty much going to pile all my makeup on. I'm using like concealers and all kind of crap, so I just skip that step. So after I applied my foundation, I'm just going to blend it into my skin using a dampened beauty blender cosmetic sponge. You see, you guys, this is why I don't do voiceovers that much. For my highlighting concealer, I'm going to use my Becca concealer, and this is in syrup. I love this concealer. It's heavy duty. That's why I don't need like corrective concealing. I feel like it's a waste of product, at least for me in this type of look. I do use corrective concealing sometimes, and that's if I'm not going like with a heavy look. So yeah, that's just me. And I'm just applying that to the areas where I want the highlight to be more pronounced. And it's relevant to my particular face shape, right? And the same goes with contouring. I'm going to use my Sheer Matte foundation from NARS, which is a great color as a foundation. Not my shade, but it's a great product as a foundation, but I love to use it as a contour. And of course, I'm blending those colors into my skin and eventually kind of blending them together so that it's a seamless sort of three-dimensional face, which I love to do. You can always do that with lighter products and get sort of the same result, only on a lighter scale. It doesn't have to be as heavy, but I like stand firm next to kind of highlighting and contouring your face. I don't like flat faces no matter how natural the makeup is. I am going to take a little bit of that Sheer Matte foundation from NARS and apply that into like an angled concealing brush and kind of chisel out my natural nose. I'm not going to make it too skinny. I'm just kind of drawing the bridge of my nose because I feel like my nose is getting lost somewhere in the middle of my face, and that's what I did to make sure you blend it out well. I'm using the Sacha Cosmetics Pressed Foundation palette, and the color I'm using, I think this is like Perfect Beige or Warm Beige, and I'm using that to kind of set my highlighted areas, so you guys can pretty much see that I'm packing it pretty heavily. It is a pressed foundation, but it's pretty loose if you guys apply it that way. It can be very loose. Now I'm going to use a darker foundation from that same palette and kind of highlight under my cheekbones so that it can really make my cheekbones more pronounced, but naturally more pronounced. Does that make sense? I'm going to let that sit and bake as I go back to my eyes, and I'm just simply using some of that cream eyeliner to kind of smudge below my lower lash line because we are going through drama, so it's smoky. Right over it, I'm going to use that ColourPop that ColourPop eyeshadow and just smudge that in. You guys, I get so tongue-tied. I don't have a script, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm done baking. I let it bake for like 5 minutes, and then I'm just gonna wipe away that excess and make sure that, you know, it did its job. This is terrible, you guys. This is horrible. But I'm gonna keep it. Forget it. This is one take. Now I'm just gonna go back and add a little glitter below there. I probably could have done without this step. I just felt like, oh, I'm so excited for doing something like dramatic eyes and nothing too natural or easy. You guys, it's just I have to do something that's a little bit like dramatic and wild. So I'm going to use my IMAN Luminous Pressed Powder, and I love this Luminous Pressed Powder. I love it for winter, summer. It gives you a natural glow, and that's just going to kind of tie everything together and kind of take down the highlighted effect of that powder. Of course, I'm going to use my Shea Moisture bronzer, and this is in Mandalay Dusk, and it's a gorgeous bronzer. A similar shade would be like the CoverGirl Clean Collection Ebony Bronze, or the darkest bronzer from the Clean Collection. It's like a great dupe for that. So yeah, we're just going to add that in. Of course, I'm going to highlight my face. You know, I love to highlight my face with my Ingot. That's what I do. For my lips, I want to pick up this ColourPop lip liner, and this is in Pitch, I believe. And I'm just going to simply line out my lips, my gorgeous lips. And then I'm going to take another cream eyeliner from ColourPop, and this is like a brown color, as you can see. I'm just going to fill in my lips with that color. Now, honestly, after I've done this step, I righteously loved this combination as a lip color, so I think I'm going to use this combination as a primary lip color in another tutorial in the future, but that's what I did. And then right over that, I'm going to use this Kleancolor Matte lip gloss. And let me tell you, these Kleancolor lip glosses, these matte lip glosses are life as well, and they're like $3, $2, probably less than that. And it's gorgeous. Like it's very moisturizing. It has great color payoff. You do have to take a couple of swipes, but hey, it's $2, who cares? Right over it, I'm going to use that ColourPop shimmery eyeshadow that I used in my inner tear duct, and I'm just going to pack that all over my lips because I want it to be like bronzy and glowy and glittery all over. I just felt like I wanted to OD on everything. So I'm going to set my face with the makeup setting spray and use my beauty blender sponge to kind of make my skin push through, honey. And of course, yes, I'm pushing through with these twists in my hair. This is the second install of my Jumbo Senegal twist crochet braids. I have another video on my channel talking about these crochets, so if you guys want to check it out, make sure you do. But this is the finished look, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys missed me as much as I missed you. And yeah, that's it, and that's all, you guys. Make sure that you guys are following me on Instagram, and you are thumbs upping this video, subscribing, of course, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah.